Hello. Usually I try not to talk on my videos because I have a very strong accent, and sometimes it's kind of okay, and then there are words that are really hard, coming out hard. I'm German, so I'm sorry about this, but I think with this save file, I want to explain a few things, or not only show you some save files. This is enough, but here I think I have to explain a few things. First of all, you can find me and more information about the save file on my Patreon, Omi Simt Patreon. You find the save file in English and in German on CurseForge. And now I start. So we start in Oasis Spring. That's how I started the save file. Now there is the other word too, um, but it started all in Oasis Spring. Um, there was a disaster, and there are a few hints what it could be. Maybe you figure it out. Um, I'm not so sure by myself, but I have an idea. um, yeah, so there was a disaster, and the people of SimCity was told to go in the basement and wait for further notice, and this never came. So they should stay there to be safe in the basements and bunkers, and that's where they are now. Of course, when you start to play, you have to lock the people in the basement. Sims are stupid. They always go out again. We don't want this. So I show you a few lots and people. This is the shareholder. He was very, very good prepared. He has a very big, luxurious bunker for himself and his family. By the way, there is a Google sheet what you can find on my Patreon. There are also backstories to these people. You cannot write in this notes here much. I have big, huge backstories, like the last minutes before the disaster, what was going on, and more about these people, and also a challenge to this uh, yeah, Oasis Spring. So he has a very big bunker. Then we have the tech guru and his wife. They have a nice bunker with technical stuff, and the star has a little bunker, but good bunker. And she has the help with her butler, and her maid. And then we have the justice building with defendants and police officers. So the defendants was in the basement to wait for their trial. Um, Maybe they are not all guilty. We don't know. I mean, I know. And a cop stayed with them. He didn't want to let some rods there. So then we have a hospital. There was patients. They could not be evacuated. So they had to stay, and the doctor and a fireman man stayed with them. And there is a basement in the hospital. Then in the school also we have survivors, and there is some people say there is still in the basement a hidden bunker from the Cold War. We don't know. I mean, I know. And a shopping center for looting. Maybe you still can find stuff here. And a laboratory, what was very, very well prepared. They have a big bunker. And yeah, here was the evacuation um, organized, but it's empty now. That was a park once. There are tents. Then we have the family Kanna. Um, they have actually three kids, but um, one kid of them is in school and one is in the hospital. There is a good backstory for this family. I like them a lot, but they was not well prepared. They have a very small basement with just junk in it, and that's hard to survive. Um, there are some lots where you can survive pretty good and some not so good, and this is one of them what is really hard to play. We have Anna, and Anna I like very much too. She has a boyfriend. He is one of the shareholders' sons, and she got told to go to her grandma's house, and the grandma always told her, like, when you have to survive, you find everything what you need in this bookshelf. And she always repeated and repeated it. And maybe this was a hint. I don't know. I mean, I know. Then we have just an empty lot as a starter, um, outdoor swimming pool, and a nursery home. And only Easter and the nurse is stayed there. There is a basement. The nurse Paola also has a daughter what is in school, and her ex-husband is in the laboratory. Then this is a community lot what you could use when you start to rebuild the city. Maybe make a market or a maker space, whatever. The soldiers have a little bunker and can survive there. Um, and in the police station you can loot. I put there a few of the, yeah, guns, I would say, from Get to Work, I think is this. So yeah, you can find a few things. Maybe there is a cell in the basement. I don't know. You have to check. Then we have the church in the city. It's kind of funny. I'm not a Christian, but I really, really like to build churches. I don't know why. Um, yeah, uh, people was told from their priest to go in the church and pray. What they did. And then we have the town hall with a bunker. It's empty. And a community hall that's just trashed. There's nothing left. Um, we have, of course, raiders in the apocalyptic environment. There are always people like this, sadly, and they are very different and just take what they want. So outside, uh, you cannot survive outside for long. Um, you should not go out. You could get sick, and there are exceptions. Werewolves can go outside, vampires probably too. And when you have um, a suit, a protection suit, I don't remember the name right now, and then you can go out. Uh, you I would not risk it in the moment to go out. Like I said, there is a challenge where everything is explained, but of course you can play however you want. And then we go in the world what I made new not so long ago, a Willow Creek. Like in my mind, when the disaster was in Oasis Spring, the government tried to keep it in Oasis Spring and bomb it a little bit. That's why the houses are destroyed too. And when they did this, they broke the dam to Willow Creek, and a few bombs fell there too. So that's in my mind what's happened there. So in Willow Creek, we have a tunnel. People try to flee the city. There's a tunnel, and cars are still stuck there. but someone built a bar in there. Um, with the flood, of course, the basements are flooded, so people had to go up on the ground. There are no bunkers here. Um, this community tries to build in New Hope, they called their lot a peaceful, tech-free community. Um, yeah, is lot place for garden, chickens, and so on. You even can have a horse there. Didn't put one in, but you could. Then we have the Stark children. So this is hard to play. They only have a tent. The parents died, sadly, and they are in a forest. There is a lake to catch fish and a toilet, but that's basically it. Um, that's not easy to play. I played it a few times, and yeah, but it's fun. Not for them, but it was fun for me. Um, then we have the professor. He tries to contact other communities to organize help and so on. He builds this tower, a radio tower. Here we have a few NPCs in a tent city, nothing special. And the park, yeah, was used for burying people. We have the marketplace is of course flooded too. So some lots I made them as generic. So you can decide if you move in or if you use these places to loot. To loot, of course, you have to be kleptomanic and steal, or there is a mod where you can rob houses. Um, yes, one of the things, or you just go in and remember the things and then buy it in build mode and delete it in the slot. You can do this too. Um, I would say you only can take what you can carry and maybe one item per person, that it's not too easy. So this is possible. You can live there, you can steal stuff. I don't know if I would call it stealing in an apocalyptic environment. Then we have, of course, raiders too, and they have like make their own lot where they are safe, and there is much space for them and for the things what they will loot. Um, then we have a community lot. You can make a marketplace or whatever. That was once a church. And a flooded library. Maybe you find a few things here. I don't think you can live here. The survivors built a house what swims um, from stuff what they found, and yeah, that's a nice little family. This house is underwater, like the first thing. Yeah. The first floor is underwater, and the second, maybe you can live there or you find stuff, whatever. This houseboat was once lived in from survivors, but they are gone now. It's empty, but it's a good space to live. And we have a flooded shopping center. That, of course, was one of the first things what was looted, but maybe you still find a few things. And an overturned house. Yeah, the flood was so strong it even overturned houses. Um, there are maybe a few things what you can find there. And a raft. This is a nice starter. When you want to make your own sim, you can start here. Pretty good. So when you want to move in a lot, of course, you have to change it into residential before. I made this so that NPCs don't just move in there. And we have a destroyed pizzeria. Um, yeah, it doesn't look so good. I put something on the street what you can loot. That doesn't look so realistic with the stuff on the street, but I did it before. I said it was in the water, but then you couldn't reach it. So, eh. And here we have more flooded houses and a sunken church. And the church, there is only one thing you can loot, but it's, I think, something good. And then we have the container ship. There are many things what you can loot, and you even could live there. I tried it once. It was difficult, but it's possible. And we have a ghost ship. Yeah, the crew never left the ship, and they have a kitty. You could move in there when you don't mind the ghosts. um, I don't think I would loot in there. Yeah, so that's basically it. I hope you like it. I had much fun to build it, and I played a few times in it, and I liked it very much. For the Willow Creek word, there is also a challenge you can also find on my Patreon. It's pretty short, but yeah, it's not so big with the backstories like the one in Oasis Spring, but it's, I think, a nice challenge to play there. But I mean, you can play however you want. So to end this video, I was thinking I show you at least one of the neighborhoods what I made to show off that I not only changed the lots, I used the tool mod here. This is a good example. Not every street I made so much to let it look apocalyptic, because at one point I was recognizing that it starts to get a little bit slower. And I wanted to make it that everybody can play it, that even when you have a not so good computer, still can play it. I myself tried save files from other creators, and they was awesome, but I had problems to play them with my old computer, and that was very sad. I really wanted to play it. Um, yeah, I tried to find a balance here, just to say this. Um, so you will find useful stuff in the neighborhoods too, like here I have a garbage can when you have eco lifestyle. And of course, this is a thing too. I used almost all packs. I have almost all packs and used everything what I had. I didn't restrict myself with this. You can use the save file when you don't have all packs. This packs what you are missing. The items from this packs are missing too, of course. Like when I use the door from a pack you don't have, the door will be not there. Same for clothes, furnitures, or like the garbage can. When you don't have eco lifestyle, the garbage can will not be there. Um, I think that's okay when you're missing a few of the packs. When you only play with the base game, I could be a problem. I don't know. Uh, you can add by yourself. I mean, when there is a door missing, you put your own door in and so on. With the NPCs, I tried to make it that like he should not be there. I try to make it that the NPCs are like looking apocalyptic, like he should in a base be in the basement. That should he should not be there. But there is nothing what I can do about it. I created a few NPCs and put some on places that they spawn around the cities, but well, that doesn't work so good. You can with MCC with the MCC mod uh, restrict it, but this you have to do yourself. Um, like when you have words where there are apartments, NPCs will move in the apartments. The other lots I made generic that they don't move in, and this should work. But yeah, I tried to make it as good as possible. So if there are problems, I tried to test everything, but you cannot test everything. There could be things what I missed. Please let me know. Like I said, visit my Patreon for more information. You will find more challenges, more save files, and so on. You can download the save file in German or in English on CurseForge, and I hope you have fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I hope you do too. Um, Happy simming!